So one side, the pentagonal plate has 5 sides, am I right? Pentagonal plate has 5 sides. So one side is on HP. One side is on HP. The surface inclined at theta 50 degrees. The inclination of the plane surface with the HP is denoted by the symbol theta. So theta 50 degrees. Theta 50 degree, surface inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP. Okay. Asked front view and top view. Front view and the top. So when the plane surface is kept inclined to HP perpendicular to VP, the solutions are obtained in 2 steps. So far we have drawn front view and top view directly, am I right? So when the plane surface is kept perpendicular to HP, see, so imagine, consider the floor is the horizontal plane, the board is the vertical plane. The first position, the plane surface is kept perpendicular to HP, parallel to VP. So in the first position, front view gives a true shape and size. Top view is a line. In the top view, only one side is visible. So we have drawn front view and top view directly, isn't it? So within a step. The second position, the plane surface is kept perpendicular to VP, parallel to HP. So in this position, top view gives a true shape and a size. So at first you have to draw top view, then project the respective front view. So front view is a line, one side is visible. So in position 2, we have drawn top view and front view within a step, isn't it? Then perpendicular to HP, both HP and VP. So both the front view and top view does not give actual shape. So it will be discussed in the topic of projection of solid. So when we discuss the projection of solid, I tell you how to get true shape and size. So in this case, to draw true shape and size of the plane figure, we are need a third reference plane. There are 2 views, a left side view, right side view. The left side view or right side view gives a true shape and size. It will be discussed in detail when we discuss the topic of projection of solids. Okay. So now we are discussing position 4. The plane surface is kept inclined to HP, perpendicular to VP. The given plane figure is a pentagon. So the pentagon. Did you understand the conditions? One of the side is resting on HP. Say this is the horizontal plane. Imagine this is the horizontal plane, this is the vertical plane. One side is resting on HP. One side is resting on HP. Okay. Then the plane surface make the angle theta value, make the angle 50 degree to HP. Am I right? One side, pentagon has 5 sides. Any one of the side is resting on HP. Now the plane surface makes the angle 0 degree. Am I right? Tilt it. The plane surface makes the angle 50 degree. Now the plane surface is inclined at an angle 50 degree to HP and perpendicular to VP. This is a given position. So for this condition, we have to draw front view and top view. When the plane surface is inclined to HP perpendicular to VP, the solution is obtained in the second step. So we have to use 2 steps. So step 1, there are 2 steps. In step 1, assume that the plane surface is parallel to HP, perpendicular to VP. What is this? It's a position 2. Am I right? In step 1, assume that actually the plane surface is inclined to HP. Inclined to HP means parallel to HP. Inclined to HP. Actually, the plane surface is inclined to HP. In step 1, what's our assumption? Parallel to HP, placed on HP and perpendicular to VP. So in the condition 1, what about the side? The side should be kept perpendicular to VP or parallel to VP? Perpendicular to VP. So when you draw the first step front view and top view, one side should be kept perpendicular to VP. Then only while tilting the surface to make the angle 50 degree to HP, one of the side will rest on HP. Am I right? To satisfy the given condition, keep one of the pentagonal side is perpendicular to VP. What is the first step? Step 1, assume that the given plane surface is parallel placed on HP, parallel to HP, placed on HP and perpendicular to VP. So for this condition, we have to draw top view and front view. To get top view, look from top. What about top view? It is nothing but position number 2. Am I right? Top view gives a true shape and size. So pentagon. Here, pentagon should be constructed in vertical direction. Just now we have discussed how to construct pentagon and hexagon. Am I right? For pentagon, what is the each included angle? 108 degrees. First to draw AB, one of the side. Then how to construct other sides? By using each included angle, 108 degrees. So top view gives a true shape and size. Okay. To get front view, look from front. What about front view? Front view is a straight line. Straight line 1, line 2. These two sides. Observer is far away from the object, so straight line. The front view is a straight line. Listen, here the plane surface lies on HP. What about the front view, the straight line? It should be obtained on the reference line XY. Am I right? So it should be projected on the reference line XY. This is step 1. Do you have any doubt? Step 1, actually the plane surface is inclined to HP. Inclined to HP means parallel to HP. Inclined to HP, parallel to HP, placed on HP and perpendicular to VP. At the same time, the condition should be kept in your mind. What is the condition? One of the side should be kept perpendicular to VP. Then only while tilting the surface to make the angle 50 degree to HP, the side will rest on horizontal plane. Isn't it? Okay. First step, top view over. First step, front view over. Then step 2, tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. I tell you. That's how to tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. What's the given condition? Actually the plane surface lies on HP. It means that the angle between the plane surface and HP is 0 degree, actually 50 degree. So in step 2, tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. Given condition means the surface should make the angle 50 degree to HP, theta value. The surface should make the angle 50 degree to HP. Then we have to obtain the respective top view. I will explain how to tilt and reproduce the first step front view, then how to obtain the respective top view. Make a note of it. So when plane surface is kept inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP, when the plane surface is kept, make a note of it, when the plane surface is kept inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP, comma, the solution is obtained in 2 steps. The solution is obtained in 2 steps. Solution is obtained in 2 steps. So here we have to use 2 steps. Step 1. Step 1. Assume that step 1. So step 1 is step 1 top view and front view should be drawn as per our assumption. Step 1. Assume that the plane surface is actually inclined to HP, isn't it? What's our assumption? Parallel to HP. Assume that the plane surface is parallel to HP, comma, placed on HP and perpendicular to VP. Plane surface is kept parallel to HP, placed on HP and perpendicular to HP. Full stop. Sorry, perpendicular to VP. Next one. For this condition, for F caps, for this condition, comma, draw top view and front view. For this condition, draw top view and front view. I will explain this step. Step 2. Next, step 2. What should we do in step 2? Listen. Tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. Tilt, T-I-L-T, tilt and reproduce the first step front view. Tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. To the given condition. Yes, theta. Theta is 50 degrees and to the given condition. Full stop. Then, 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 comma, obtain the respective top view. Then, obtain the respective top view. Obtain the respective top view. Okay. So, now, refer step 1. What is the step 1? Assume that the plane surface is parallel to HP. Listen, parallel to VP. Sorry, parallel to HP, placed on HP, perpendicular to VP. Am I correct? At the same time, you must refer one more condition. One of the side is resting on HP. It means that the one side should be kept perpendicular to VP. Okay. Did you understand? It is nothing but a position 2. To get top view, look from top. The top view gives a true shape and size. Top view gives true shape and size. After obtaining the top view on HP, it should be rotated in clockwise direction for 90 degrees. So, it is obtained below XY. Am I right? Below XY. Are you able to follow me? Below XY. So, inclined to HP means parallel to HP, placed on HP, perpendicular to VP. Top view gives true shape and size. At first, you have to draw top view. Then, what about front view? To get front view, look from front. Front view is a straight line. Only 2 sides are visible, or 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 corners are visible. Are you able to follow me? 3 corners are visible. So, for this condition, we have to draw top view and front view. At first, draw the reference line XY. So, reference line XY. Listen, what about the side in the top view? It is perpendicular to XY. Am I right? After rotation, the side AB perpendicular to XY. Am I right? After rotation, as per the orthographic projection principle, after getting the top view on HP, the horizontal plane should be rotated in clockwise direction for 90 degree. After rotation, the side will appear perpendicular to the reference line XY. At first, draw the side of the pentagon perpendicular to XY. What about the length of the side? Refer the given data. 30 mm. Simply draw one vertical line. What it is? So, name the side as you wish. AB, or you can take it as AB. How to construct pentagon? So, just now we have discussed. At first, you have to calculate sum of the included angle by using the equation 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. Then, by using this value, you have to find each included angle. For pentagon, it is 108 degree. So, construct pentagon first. With the reference to the point A and the reference line AB, by using protractor, mark the angle 108 degree, 90, 100, 108. Similarly, with the reference to the line AB and the point B, by using protractor, mark the angle at an angle 108 degree, 90, 100, 108. From B through the marked angle, draw a line. Similarly, from A through the marked angle, draw a line. Name the other corner as C, this E. Do you have any doubt? Ask me. Don't disturb your friend. And what about next? By using compass, take C as center, 30 mm as radius, draw an arc. Similarly, take E as center, the side length of the pentagon, 30 mm as radius, draw an arc to cut intersect at C. These two arcs intersect at the point D. the point D. Now join all the points CD and DE. After obtaining the point D, erase the unwanted arcs. Then apply dimensioning. The length of the side is 30 mm. 30 mm. Listen, just a minute. So what for we have drawn the side AB perpendicular to XY? Anyone tell me? Listen, before rotation, imagine, all of you listen here. Before rotation, actually the plane surface should make the angle 50 degree to HP. Tilt it, imagine, tilt it. So while tilting the surface to make the angle 50 degree to HP, the side will rest on HP. Am I right? It is given in our problem. So any one of the side is resting on HP. If you draw the side AB is perpendicular to XY, then only while tilting the surface to make the angle 50 degree to HP, the side AB will rest on HP. So that is why the side AB is drawn perpendicular to XY. Do you have any doubt? Ask me. At first construct the first step, top view. (108 degree). Each included angle for pentagon is 108. Where is your scale? Yes. 108 degrees. 50 degree I tell you later. Wait. So the first step, top view should be drawn lightly. So the actual projections, actual front view and top view will be obtained only in second step. The second step, front view and top view should be darkened. The first step, top view and front view should be drawn lightly. So the top view has been drawn as per our assumption. When will you complete the pentagon? You don't know how to mark the angle, am I right? That is the problem. So most of the students, you are not ready to mark the angle. You don't know how to mark the angle. So you should have studied all these things in your schooling. See, to mark and measure the angle, we are need of one reference line and one reference point. So far you have drawn only one reference line, XY. Where is the protractor? Give me a pencil, stand up. See, this is our reference point. This is our reference line. See, in your protractor, there is an intersection point. It can be taken as our reference point. This line, the horizontal line, should be placed on our reference line. Which one is our reference point? This one. Okay. So now we want to mark 108 degree. So 0, 108, 90, 100, 108. By using scale, draw the 30 mm line with reference to these 2 points. What is side length? 30 mm. Okay. Then, so take this point as now. Take this point as our reference point. This side, the horizontal line, should be placed on our reference line. Here, the angle should be taken from 0, this one, in clockwise direction, 90. Now 90, 100, 108. By using these 2 points and the scale, draw 30 mm line. Okay. Next, we have to mark 108 degree. So this is our reference point. This is our reference line. The point should be placed on our reference point, and the horizontal line should be placed on our reference line, the side. Okay. How to mark the angle? 90, isn't it? 108 means this side or this side? 100, 108. What about the remaining side? Definitely it should be 30. Simply join these two ends, it should be 30. Am I right? 30 mm. Yes. Did you understand? So you are wrong. So you didn't know how to mark the angle. You are wrong. Help here. Okay, good. Okay, good. So you don't know how to mark the angle. Geeta Malika. What have you done so far? Yes? Where are your protractor? So use the separate sheet. So here please use your notebook in a horizontal direction. So you can take one full sheet because we have 2 steps, am I right? So draw the reference line XY here, then first step top view front view, then second step top view front view should be applied here. So use your notebook in a horizontal direction, landscape. Hey, do you have a problem how to mark the angle? Please ask me. See, this is the base for projection of plane surface and the projection of solid. It's okay. Give me a protractor. See, to mark or measure the angle, we need one reference point and one reference line, isn't it? See, in your protractor, there is one intersection point. It is called our reference point. The horizontal line should be placed on our reference line. The point should be placed on our reference point. Just to purchase one separate protractor. Then our reference in the horizontal line, this line should be placed on our reference line. Then mark the angle. Start from 0 to, this is 90, 100, 108. From our reference line through the marked point, draw a line. The side length is 30 mm, isn't it? 30. Okay. Give me eraser. So erase this unwanted line. Okay, next. The reference point should be placed on our reference point. This line should be placed on our reference line. Okay, now the angle should be taken in clockwise direction, 0, 90, 100, 108. This is correct. Join with the reference to these 2 points, draw a 30 mm line. Okay, so next 108 degree angle. Now this is our reference point. This line should be placed on our reference line. Okay, so take the angle 0, 90, 100, 108. So what about this? Definitely it will be 30 mm. Simply join these two ends, isn't it? 30 mm. Yes or no? Okay. So in this way you have to construct the pentagon. Since the reference point of the protractor should be placed on our reference point, the protractor line, horizontal line, should be placed on our reference line. Then mark the angle in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. It depends upon our requirement. The selection of angle clockwise or anti-clockwise depends on our requirement. So do you have any doubt? Do you understand how to construct the pentagon? See, this is the base. Don't hesitate. Do you have any doubt? Please ask me. So your problem is you don't know how to mark and measure the angle. Am I right? The reference point in your protractor, there is a, listen, in your protractor, there is one intersection point and one horizontal line. So the angles 0 to 180 degree, 0 to 180 degree. The angles have been mentioned in clockwise direction and anti-clockwise direction. The selection of angle clockwise or anti-clockwise depends on our requirement. Listen here. The intersection point, to mark or measure the angle, we are in need of one reference point and one reference line. So the intersection point should be placed on our reference point. The horizontal line should be placed on our reference line. Then based on our requirement, you have to select the angle in clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. So the horizontal line should be placed perfectly on our reference line. The point, intersection point, should be placed on, perfectly placed on our reference point. So do you have any doubt? Please ask me. Do you have any doubt? Have you constructed pentagon, all of you? Yes. Shall we go for next step? See, we are discussing step 1. What is the step 1? Assume that, what is step 1? All of you look at the board. Listen to me, all of you listen to me. What's our assumption? The plane surface is parallel, placed on HP, perpendicular to VP. Isn't it? So top view gives a true shape and size. For actual shape, we have drawn the pentagon. Isn't it? Okay. Then what about the front view? What's our assumption? The plane surface placed on HP. To get front view, look from front. The front view should be obtained on XY, on the reference line XY. So where's the tester? On the reference line XY. Listen. So before rotation, imagine you are observer. Before rotation, to get front view, look from front. In the front view, BC and CD, these two sides are visible. Are you able to follow me? Or the corners B, C and D are visible. So from the corners A, B, C, D, E, draw a vertical projector to cut the reference line XY at A dash, B dash, C dash. Listen, from A, draw a projector. from B. The projector drawn from B lies on the projector drawn from A, so there is no need to draw separate projector from the point B. Am I right? Similarly, from C, draw a projector. Listen, the projector drawn from A cuts the XY at A dash. Are you able to follow me? The P projector cuts the XY at P dash. Similarly, C dash, E dash, the projector drawn from E lies on the projector drawn from C, E dash. So this projector is common for C and E. Similarly, from D, draw a vertical line to cut XY at D dash. So the front view should be represented by using small letter with dashes, A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. To mark visible and invisible corners in the front view, look at the top view in upward direction. So imagine, before rotation, you are the observer. After rotation, it appears below XY. To mark visible and invisible corner in the front view, look at the top view in upward direction. So in this direction, B, C, D are visible. Am I right? E and A are invisible. In the front view, A is hidden by B. So as per the rule, invisible corner should be marked within bracket. Similarly, in the front view, the corner E is hidden by the visible corner C. So in the front view, E is invisible. As per the rule, invisible corner should be marked within brackets. After obtaining all the points, you have to join the points in sequence. AB. AB is a point. Like AB is a straight line. Consider AB, the side AB is a straight line. In the front view, one end is visible, other end is invisible. Next, BC, it's a straight line. CD, straight line. What about DE, EA? So DE, EA lies on the visible side. As per the rule, the invisible side should be mentioned by using short dashes. So when we discussed the important types of lines and their applications, I told you. Am I right? But the invisible side coincides with the visible side. As per the rule, the visible portion coincides with the invisible portion. You have to show only visible portion. The visible portion should be mentioned by using continuous line. So the continuous line, the short dashes is hidden by the continuous line. That's the first step, front view. This is the first step, top view. First step, front view. Do you have any doubt? So in step 1, what's our assumption? Assume that actually the plane surface is inclined to HP. Inclined to HP means parallel to HP, placed on HP, perpendicular to VP. For this condition, we have drawn top view and front view. Did you understand? So step 1 is over. Step 2, what is step 2? Anyone? Tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. What is the given condition? The surface makes an angle 50 degree to HP and perpendicular to VP. Am I right? The surface makes an angle 50 degree to HP. Listen, the line, the front view of the pentagon is a straight line. Am I right? This line represents the front view of the plane surface. Front view of the plane surface is a line. So now tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. It means the surface should make the angle 50 degree to HP. For this, at any convenient point on XY, mark a point. So mark this point. So this point is common for the corners A and B. Am I right? A dash and B dash. So mark this point at any convenient place on XY. So name the corner as. So already I have used A dash, isn't it? To avoid confusion, use it as A1 dash. So A dash is invisible, am I right? So within bracket, A1 dash. What about B1 dash? On the same point, B1 dash. What is the inclination of the plane surface with the HP? 50 degree. By using your protractor, so take this point as a reference point. Take this point as reference point. Use the line XY as reference line. By using protractor, mark the angle 0 degree, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Isn't it? From the reference point through the marked angle 50 degree, draw a line. Okay. What is the angle? Theta 50 degrees. 50 degrees. Next, by using compass, measure the distance of C dash from A dash. Are you able to follow me? By using compass or divider. By using compass, measure the distance of C dash from A dash, transfer here. So name the point as C1 dash. Am I right? C1 dash. E1 dash is invisible. E1 dash is invisible. Okay. Next we have to transfer the point D dash on the second step, front view. By using compass, measure the distance of D dash from C dash or A dash. Measure the distance of D dash from C dash, transfer here. What is this? D1 dash, good, D1 dash. Then erase unwanted line. So what is this? This is the required front view. Darken it. The required front view should be darkened. Required front view. Listen, one side is resting on HP. The surface makes the angle 50 degree to HP. What about the front view? To get front view, look from front. In the front view, this side, imagine observer is far away from the object. So it's a straight line. Two sides are visible, but it appears like a straight line. So this is the required front view. Am I right? Okay. Step 2. Anyone read it? Step 2. Tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. Over? Do you have any doubt? Okay. Next step. Then obtain the respective top view. It's very simple. Now I want to mark A1. Already I have marked A, but it does not give actual shape, required top view, isn't it? So the top view has been drawn as per our assumption. What about the required top view? To get the required top view from A1 dash, the tilted front view from A1 dash, draw a vertical projector. From A, in the first step top view, now we are going to obtain required top view, isn't it? From the first step top view, A, the corner A, we are discussing about the corner A. From A, draw a horizontal projector. These two intersect at A1, because already I have used the A. So A1. So top view should be represented by using only small letter. So A, to avoid confusion, I am using A1. In this way, we have to obtain B1, C1, D1. How to get the B1? Refer the second step front view. Where is B? B lies on the same point. Am I right? So from B1, draw a projector, the vertical projector. Here, no need to draw separate projector, just extend the line. From the first step top view, the corner B, draw a horizontal projector. These two intersect at B1. Are you able to follow me? A1, B1. Next, C1. How to get C1? From C1 dash, draw a vertical projector. From the first step top view C, draw a horizontal projector. These two intersect at C1. Then D1. From the first step top view D, draw a horizontal line. From D1 dash, draw a vertical line. D1. Next, only one corner is remaining, E1. We have to get E1. What about E1 dash? The projector drawn from C1 dash lies on the projector drawn from E1 dash. So from E, draw a horizontal line. These two intersect at E1. So we have obtained all the 5 corners. Pentagon has 5 corners. We have obtained all the 5 corners. After getting all the corners, erase the unwanted points, unwanted projectors. First join the points in sequence. AB, first side. Am I right? Darken it. AB, first side. Then BC, second side. Then CD, third side. DE, fourth side. EA, fifth side. Then erase the unwanted projectors. AB, BC. Then erase unwanted projectors. Say this is the required front view. This is the required top view. Madam? I can't catch your point, madam. Okay, no problem. See, this is the required front view, this is the required top view. So refer the problem. What is the problem? The pentagonal plate 30 mm side, one side is resting on HP, the surface is inclined at 50 degree to HP and perpendicular to VP. So this is a given condition, am I right? So for this condition, now refer the final solution, second step, front view and top view. So when in general, when the line is kept inclined to HP, what about top view? Top view is a line, but it is smaller than actual length. When the plane surface, the pentagon is kept inclined to HP perpendicular to VP, what about the top view? Top view is a pentagon, but it is smaller than or less than actual shape and size. Am I right? Cover these two figures. It is smaller than actual shape and size. It is inclined to HP perpendicular to VP. What about the front view? So front view is a straight line. These two sides are visible. So observer is far away from the object. So these two sides will appear like a straight line. The surface makes an angle 50 degree to HP. See, the surface makes an angle 50 degree to HP. One side of the pentagon, which one? AB. In the front view, it is a point. Am I right? So one side is resting on HP. HP means, refer the point. Resting on HP means in the front view, it should be obtained on XY. So AB. The side AB is a point in the front view. It is obtained on the reference line XY. Isn't it? So this is the required front view, this is the required top view. The required front view and top view should be darkened. So when the plane surface is kept inclined to HP and perpendicular to VP, the solution is obtained in two steps. There are two steps. In step 1, assume that the plane surface, actually the plane surface is inclined to HP. The plane surface is actually, the plane surface is inclined at an angle 50 degree to HP. In step 1, assume that the plane surface is parallel to HP, placed on HP, perpendicular to VP. So for this assumption, you have to draw top view and front view. Do you have any doubt? No. Next, step 2. Step 2, what should we do? Tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. So tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. What is the given condition? Refer the problem. The plane surface makes the angle 50 degree to HP. So tilt the surface to make the angle 50 degree to HP. Isn't it? Okay. Next, then obtain the respective top view. How to get the respective top view? From A1, B1, C1, D1 dash, draw a vertical projector. In the first step top view, from A, B, C, D, E, draw a horizontal projectors. Mark the intersection points as A1, B1, C1, D1, E1. Then darken it. The second step, front view top view, is the required front view top view. As per the rule, the required front view top view should be darkened. Okay, did you understand? Yes, complete the figure. So do you have any doubt? Ask me. Complete it. So don't hesitate. Have you got any doubt? Ask me. Okay, madam. Madam, do your duty. No problem, madam.
I want to see how you are using the TV as well as the projector like that.
Okay. Madam, in the engineering graphics, it is not possible to use video, all these things. No.
So that's why I did it. Thank you.
Okay, madam. So you don't know how to mark the angle. Hmm. When will you complete your first step, top view and front view? Okay, okay, do it. So mark the angle 108 degree. Hmm. So this is 90, okay. 90, 108 means start from 108. So in this case, just complete it 30. Good. So E, B, C should be written as per the recommended style E. So is it visible? Say yes or no? Check time. Time 12. 12:10. So is it easy? Yes. So if you understood, it will be easy. So when you are free, come to my room. I will explain the two problems. Huh? Do it fast. So we have to complete the next two cases, position 5 and position 6. Listen, all the horizontal projectors should be drawn parallel to xy. All the vertical projectors should be perpendicular to xy. Did you understand? So what about you? Did you understand? So do it fastly. Do it. So complete it. So darken the second step top view and the front view. Over. So you have taken sufficient time. You made some mistake. See, A, B, what's the next corner? Okay. Listen, in the fourth position, I give one more problem that should be solved by you. I will explain how to solve this problem. Have you completed, Frida? Rashida? Over. Over. So problem number 5. Problem number 5. Problem number 5. So note on problem number 5. So any one of you should explain how to solve the problem number 5. Okay. Write down. Over. Should you understand the procedure? Okay. So problem number 5. Note down. A pentagonal plate. A pentagonal plate of side 30 mm is placed with one corner on HP. Is placed with one corner on HP, and the surface inclined at 50 degree to HP, and the surface inclined at 50 degrees to HP, and perpendicular to VP. Inclined at 50 degrees to HP and perpendicular to VP. Full stop. Draw its projections. A pentagonal plate of side 30 mm is placed with one corner on HP. Here one side, change it as one corner. One corner on HP, and the surface, one corner on HP, and the surface inclined at 50 degree to HP and perpendicular to VP. Full stop. Draw its projections. Draw its projections. So wait. So don't waste our time. I tell you how to solve this problem. It should be solved by you in your home or room. So compare problem number 5 with problem number 4. What is your observation? All of you listen to me. All of you listen here. Here one side on HP. So in the problem number 5, one corner is on HP. So that is the only difference between problem number 5 and problem number 4. Am I right? Okay. So what about the first step, top view and front view? So here you can take the same as of figure. Otherwise, one corner you can take, one corner placed on HP. Before that, one side is perpendicular to VP. Here, one corner resting on HP. See, the first step top view will be like am I right? A, B. I am drawing this figure roughly for your reference. D. Then how to get the front view? What's our assumption? Assume that the plane figure is parallel to HP, placed on HP, perpendicular to VP. Okay. What about the front view? Front view is a straight line. It should be obtained on XY. This is a corner A dash, B dash visible, E dash invisible, C dash visible, D dash invisible. Isn't it? Okay. Step 2, tilt and reproduce the first step top view to the given condition. What are the condition? In this previous problem, one side is resting on HP, AB is resting on HP. Here, one corner A, one corner is resting on HP. This is a A1 dash. Am I right? Next, mark the angle 50 degree. By using compass, mark other points. This is a B1 dash, E1 dash is invisible, C1 dash, D1 dash is invisible. Then here is unwanted line, mark theta 50 degrees. Am I right? Tilt and reproduce the first step front view to the given condition. What is the given condition? One corner, the corner A is resting on HP. Am I right? One corner is resting on HP and the surface makes the angle 50 degree to HP. In the previous problem, one side is resting on HP, AB. AB is resting on HP and the surface is inclined at 50 degree to HP. Did you understand the difference between these two problems? Okay. What about the third step, next step? How to get the second step top view? It is similar to previous problem. At first we have to obtain A1. To get the second step top view A1, from A1 dash draw a vertical projector, from A draw a horizontal projector, these two intersect at A1. Similarly, you have to obtain B1, C1, D1, E1. Then join all the points in sequence, Manasa, AB, BC, CD, DE, EA in sequence. So you have to darken the second step front view and the top view. Did you understand? So leave one page for solving this problem. Then next position. Note on next position. Position number 5. Do you have any doubt? Ask me. Otherwise, one more step, one simple step. Listen here. Otherwise, the first step, top view, front view over. So we can modify the second step, front view and top view. How to modify it? Listen. D is a one corner. Am I right? So tilt and reproduce the first step. Listen here. The first step front view. Tilt and reproduce the first step front view in this direction. First mark D1 dash on XY. Then mark the angle 50 degree. Draw a line. Then you have to obtain C1 dash, E1 dash. Next, measure the distance of A dash from C dash. Transfer here. A1 dash, B1 dash. A1 dash is invisible. 50 degree. Am I right? One corner is resting on HP. The surface makes an angle 50 degree to HP. So this also satisfies the given condition. Now from D1 dash draw a vertical line, from D1 draw a horizontal line. From D draw a horizontal line. These two intersect at D1. Similarly, you have to obtain all the points. Isn't it? So this figure can be modified as per the given condition. Do you have any doubt? No. Okay. Position 5. What is the position 5? Plane surface is kept inclined to VP, perpendicular to HP. Plane surface is position 5. What is the position 5? The plane surface is kept inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. Note down. Plane surface is kept inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. Inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP. So note down one problem. I will explain how to solve this case. Problem number 6. Problem number 6. Write down. A hexagonal plate of size 30 mm. Hexagonal. For hexagonal, what is the each included angle? 120 degrees. A hexagonal plate of size 30 mm is placed with a side on VP. Is placed with a side on VP. Placed with a side on VP. And surface inclined at 45 degree to VP. And the surface inclined at 45 degrees to VP and perpendicular to HP. Surface inclined at 45 degrees to VP and perpendicular to HP. Full stop. Draw its projections. Draw its projections. Draw its projections. So once again read the problem. A hexagonal plate of size 30 mm is placed with a side on VP and surface inclined at 45 degrees to VP and perpendicular to HP. Draw its projections. Did you understand the condition? The given plane figure is the hexagon, isn't it? Hexagon has 6 sides and 6 corners. Hexagon. Okay. The hexagonal plane side is 30 mm. It has 6 corners, 6 sides and 6 corners. Each side is equal to 30 mm. AB 30 mm, BC 30 mm, DE, EF, FA. So each side has 30 mm. What are the condition? One side is on VP. It has 6 sides. Imagine one side is on VP. Am I right? So one side is on VP and the surface is inclined at 45 degree to VP and perpendicular to HP. Am I right? This is a given condition. Are you able to follow me? So in left hand side direction or right hand side direction, both are correct. So decide yourself which one do you want. As you wish, you can draw. So one side is resting on HP. Now the surface is perpendicular to VP, isn't it? So tilt the surface to make the angle 45 degree to VP. Now the surface is inclined at 45 degree to VP and perpendicular to HP. When you extend the surface, it will make the angle 90 degree with HP. This is a given condition. Am I right? This is a given condition. So when the surface is inclined to VP perpendicular to HP, the solution is obtained in 2 steps. It is similar to 4th position. So in the 4th position, the surface is inclined to HP. Am I right? In step 1, what's our assumption? Inclined to HP means parallel to HP, placed on HP, perpendicular to VP. So here, inclined to VP. So what will be our assumption? Parallel to VP, placed on VP, perpendicular to HP. This is our assumption. So step 1, assume that the plane surface is parallel to VP, placed on VP, perpendicular to HP. Then draw front view and top view, because in this case front view gives a true shape and size. In the previous case, in the 4th position, parallel to HP, placed on HP, perpendicular to VP. Here top view gives a true shape and size. At first we have drawn top view. Here front view gives true shape and size. At first we have to draw front view, then project respective top view. What about top view? The surface is placed on VP. To get top view, look from top. So from A, B, C, draw a vertical projector. So name the intersection point as A, B, C, D, E, F. Isn't it? Okay. Then step 2, what will be the step 2? Tilt and reproduce the first step. Top view or front view? Top view. In the previous case, tilt and reproduce the first step, top view. Just reverse. In the 5th position, tilt and reproduce the first step top view to the given condition. Okay. Next, you have to obtain the respective front view. You have to draw a vertical projector, then the first step front view, draw horizontal projectors. You have to obtain all the 6 corners. Then join. After getting all the 6 corners, we have to join all the corners, all the sides in sequence A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, F. Okay. So note down. So when the plane surface, when the plane surface is kept inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP, when the plane surface is kept inclined to VP and perpendicular to HP, comma, the solution is obtained in 2 steps. Am I right? The solution is obtained in 2 steps. Obtained in 2 steps. Okay. First step, step 1, right? Step 1. So what is step 1? Assume that, no down. Assume that the plane surface is parallel to VP, comma, placed on VP and perpendicular to HP. Assume that the plane surface is parallel to VP, placed on VP and perpendicular to HP. And perpendicular to HP. Full stop. For this condition, draw front view and top view. At first you have to draw front view here, isn't it? For this condition, comma, draw front view and top view. Next, step 2. In step 2, what should we do? Tilt and reproduce the first step top view to the given condition. Yes. Tilt and reproduce the first step top view. First step top view to the given condition. To the given condition. Full stop. Then comma, obtain the respective front view. Good. Then obtain the respective front view. Okay, what's the step 1? One side is resting on VP. It means that one side should be drawn perpendicular to XY. So first draw the reference line XY. XY. What about the side? Here the hexagon, at first you have to construct the hexagon in vertical direction. What is the reason? So one side is resting on HP. Then only while tilting the surface to make the angle 45 degree to VP, the side will rest on HP. Sorry, VP. Am I right? So what's our assumption? The plane surface is parallel to VP, placed on VP, perpendicular to HP. Now imagine one of the side should be kept perpendicular to XY, perpendicular to HP. Then only while tilting the surface to make the angle 45 degree to VP, this side will rest on VP. This is the given condition. One side will rest on VP. Are you able to follow me? One side will rest on VP. So draw one vertical line. What about the side length? The side of hexagon? 30 mm. So draw a vertical line for a distance 30 mm. So name the corners as you wish. A, B. A dash is a front view, isn't it? A dash, B dash. Then apply dimensioning. What is the side length? 30 mm. Apply dimensioning 30 mm. Isn't it? Okay. How to construct a hexagon? 120 degree. To construct a hexagon, we are need of each included angle. Already we have discussed how to find each included angle. At first find the sum of included angle. Sum of included angle, use the equation 2n minus 4 into 90 degree. Then it should be divided by number of sides. then you will get each included angle. For hexagon, each included angle is 120 degree. By using protractor with reference to A dash and the line A dash B dash, mark a point at an angle 120 degree. Similarly, with reference to the point B dash and the reference line A dash B dash, mark a point at an angle 120 degree. Already we have discussed how to construct a hexagon, isn't it? Yes, construct a hexagon. By using protractor with reference to A dash and the line A dash B dash, draw a line at an angle 120 degrees. Mark the corner. What about A, B, C, D, E, F? It has 6 corners. Name the corner F dash. Next we have to obtain the side BC. How to draw the side BC? By using protractor. Take the point B dash as our reference point. Use the length A dash B dash is our reference line. Mark a point at an angle 120 degree. 90 degree, 110, 120. Okay, next. What is this? This is C dash. From the point C dash, draw a line which is parallel and equal to A dash F dash. This is called D dash. From D dash, draw a line which is parallel and equal to A dash B dash. Then join these 2 points. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash. This corner is named as E dash. So hexagon, okay. So just a minute, all of you listen to me. Just a minute. Listen to me. Did you understand how to construct the first step front view? Yes. Next, listen. 1 minute. How to get the first step top view? From the corners A, B, C, D, E, F, draw a vertical line to cut XY at A, B, C, D, isn't it? Because what's our assumption? The plane surface is placed on VP. So from A dash, draw a vertical line. What about the projector drawn from B dash? It lies on A dash, so no need to draw separate projector. So A dash, A, B. Similarly, from C, draw a line. From D, draw a line. What about E? E lies on the same point. E, D. What about F? F lies on C. So F and C. How to mark visible and invisible corners? To mark visible and invisible corner in the top view, look at the front view in downward direction. Listen, it's an important point. It's a pentagonal plate. To mark visible and invisible corner in the top view, look at the front view in downward direction. So in this direction, only 3 corners are visible. E, F, A are visible. These 3 corners are invisible. B, invisible. C, invisible. D, invisible. So join all the points in sequence. So this portion only, listen. In the top view, the sides E, F and FA are visible. Many times I told you, observer is far away from the object. So these 2 sides will appear like a straight line. The plane surface is placed on VP. So the top view of the plane figure should be obtained on XY. So this is the first step front view, first step top view. Top view should be mentioned by using small letters. Do you have any doubt? Okay, do it. So first complete the first step front view and the top view. Draw the reference line below the object. Over? Yes, good. Do you understand how to mark the angle? Okay, good. Have you completed? Have you constructed a hexagon? Over? Yes. Oh no, you are wrong. You didn't understand how to mark the angle. Erase it. So place the point on our reference point. Place this line on our reference line. Now 120 degree, isn't it? So 90 degree, then 100, refer this, 90, 100, 110, 120. Okay, here, this is our reference point, this is our reference line. The intersection point should be placed on our reference point. Okay. 0, 90, here take this 100, 120. Scale. Mm. 30 mm. Next, refer this. Move the scale parallel to here. 10, 20, 30. Next, this is the side, isn't it? Move the scale here. 30. Simply join these two. It should be 30, isn't it? You understand? Over. Shall we go to next step? Okay, step 2. In step 2, what should we do? In step 2, tilt and reproduce the first step top view to the given condition. What are the given condition? One side is, one corner on side. One side is resting on, listen, one side or one edge, AB or ED. One side is resting on VP, isn't it? So here you can tilt the figure in this direction, or ED, one side ED will rest on VP. You want in this direction or in this direction? Decide yourself as you wish. Which one do you want? AB, ED. So ED should rest on VP. Do you want like that? So both are correct. One side should rest on VP. ED means first mark E1, D1. First mark a point E1, D1. What is the angle? The surface is inclined at 45 degree to VP. So by using the point, take this point as a reference point, use a reference line XY as our reference line. Now mark the angle 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. Am I right? From E1 through the marked angle, draw a line. Then apply dimensioning. What is this? 45 degrees. Okay. So by using compass, measure the distance of F from E, transfer here. What is this? F1, E1 is, sorry, C1. F1 and C1. C1 invisible. By using compass, measure the distance of A from F, transfer here. A1 visible, B1 invisible. Then erase unwanted lines. So you have to darken this. This is the required top view. tilt and reproduce the first step top view to the given condition. What is the given condition? One side is resting on HP and the surface makes an angle 45 degree to VP. The same problem can also be solved like, so AB, mark A1, B1 on XY with the reference to point and the reference on XY, mark a point at an angle 45 degrees. Draw the line 45 degrees. Then transfer all the points. Measure the point C, distance of C from A, transfer here. C1, F1. Here C1 is invisible. By using compass, measure the distance of E from F, transfer here. E1, D1. D1 is invisible. Erase unwanted line. So both are correct. In both the cases here, the side ED is resting on VP. In this solution, the side AB is resting on HP. Both are correct. So one side, what are the conditions? One side should rest on VP and the surface should make the angle 45 degree to VP. Both are correct. So refer this. Did you understand the first step? Second step, top view? Okay. Then we have to obtain the respective front view. How to get the respective front view? First, which one is the first corner? A. Where is A? A1. From A1, draw a vertical line. The vertical projector should be perfectly perpendicular to XY. Where is A1 dash? A dash, the first step, front view. From A dash, draw a horizontal line. These two intersect at A1 dash. Already I have used A dash, so use A1 dash. To avoid confusion, use A1 dash. What about the next corner? B1 dash? B1. B1 lies on the same point. Okay. Then from B dash, first step front view, from B dash, draw a horizontal line. These two intersect at B1 dash. Next C1 dash, from C1, draw a vertical projector. From C dash, draw a horizontal projector. These two intersect at C1 dash. Next D, from D1, draw a vertical line. From D dash, draw a horizontal line. These two intersect at D1 dash. Similarly, you have to obtain all the 6 corners. F, E, E1 dash. From F dash, draw a horizontal line. From F, draw a vertical line. These two intersect at F1 dash. After getting all the 6 corners, we have to join all the corners in sequence. A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, F, F, E. Then erase the unwanted projectors. To give good impression to the examiner, you have to erase unwanted projectors. You have to darken only the required front view and top view. So in this way, you can get the solution for second case. Did you understand, all of you? Have you got any doubt, please ask me. So name the points. Is it equal? Give you a scale. $55 mm. Is it 55? Okay. So here is this line. So then and there, name the intersection points. To avoid confusion, then and there, name the intersection points as A1 dash, B1 dash. Otherwise, it will confuse you. Is the market, did you understand? What about the 30 mm means 3 centimeter? So you have to use the actual dimension. Is it 30 mm? Why? So why did you reduce the size? So you must use the actual size. Did you understand the procedure? What about you? Did you understand? What about you? Page is not important now. Yes, good. Hey, did you understand the concept? Listen. All of you listen. 1 minute. Refer the projection of straight line. When the line is inclined to VP, listen, all of you listen. When the line is inclined to VP, what about the front view? So consider it's a point, 1 point, A dash, B dash. What about the front view? Front view is a line, but it is smaller than actual length, am I right? So here, the plane surface is inclined to VP, am I right? The plane surface is inclined to VP. What about the front view? It is a hexagon, but it is smaller than actual shape and size, isn't it? The second step, front view is smaller than the hexagon, actual hexagon size. So no need to draw this type of arc, just mark 1 point. So otherwise it doesn't give good appearance to the examiner. So you have to darken the top view also. The second step, front view. You have to darken the second step, top view and front view. So many times I told you, the required front view and top view should be darkened. We darken the top view and the front view, then mention the angle. Kavita, completed? Did you understand? What about you? Did you understand the procedure? But your hexagon is wrong. Are you day scholar or hostler? Hostler, you have to discuss with your friends. Can you show your hexagon? So this is okay. You have to discuss with your friend. Completed? They mention the angle, pi value. So mention the angle 45 degree in the top view. Show your solution. Did you understand the procedure? Desk or hostler? Okay, good. 45 horizontal. The angle 45 degree should be written perfectly horizontally. So the angle 45 degree should be written perfectly horizontally. Horizontally and visibly. So write the angle visibly 45 degrees. So darken the top view also. So the actual projections, front view and top view should be darkened. Hey, darken the front view and top view. Second step, top view and front view. Over? Yes? Shall we go for next problem? Yes or no? So problem number 7. Problem number 7. Problem number 7. Write it. A hexagonal plate of side 30 mm. Write down. Problem number 7. A hexagonal plane of side 30 mm, a hexagonal plane of side 30 mm is placed with one corner on VP, is placed with one corner on VP, and the surface inclined at 45 degree to VP, one corner on VP, and the surface inclined at 45 degree to VP and perpendicular to HP, full stop. Draw its projections. Compare problem number 7 with 6. Did you understand the difference between these two problems? Yes. Then what about the first step, front view? The first step, front view. Listen, it should be solved by you. Here in the previous case we have constructed the hexagon in vertical direction. Here you have to construct the hexagon in horizontal direction. Am I right? So then only, while tilting the surface to make the angle 45 degree to VP, one corner will rest on HP. Am I right? So in the previous case we have constructed the hexagon in vertical direction. Here construct the hexagon in horizontal direction. So then only, while tilting the surface to make the angle 45 degree to VP, one corner will rest on HP, either left hand side direction or right hand side direction. Both are correct, decide yourself. As you wish, you can tilt the surface of the hexagon. Do you want explanation for this problem? No, it should be solved by you. Okay, next, position 6. Position 6. What's your time? 12:40. Just to note down the position 6 and 12:50. Okay, so just 10 minutes. Mention the position 6. I give two problems to you. In the next class, I will explain how to solve these two problems. So position 6. What is the position 6? The plane surface is kept inclined to both HP and VP. Plane surface is kept inclined to both HP and VP. Plane surface is kept inclined to both HP and VP. Plane surface is kept inclined to both HP and VP. To understand this case, the position 6, I give two problems to you. Okay. The next class we have to solve these two problems. After solving these two problems, you can understand the position 6. So problem number 8. Write down problem number 8. A rectangular plate. A rectangular plate of side. A rectangular plate of side 50 by 25 mm. So length is 50 mm, breadth 25 mm. 50 by 25 mm is resting on resting on its shorter side on HP. Its shorter side on HP and inclined at 30 degrees to VP. And inclined at 30 degrees, 30 degrees to VP. Full stop. Its surface is inclined at 60 degree to HP. Its surface is inclined at 60 degrees to HP. Full stop. Draw its projections. Draw its projections. So leave 2 pages. So one page is for writing steps. Listen, in the fourth case, two steps are required to get the solution. Similarly, in the fifth position, we have used two steps to get the final solution. Am I right? So in the sixth position, when the surface, plane surface is kept inclined to both HP and VP, we have to use three steps. So one page is for writing three steps, and the another one is page is for writing, for drawing the figure. Okay, just leave 2 pages. Next, problem number 9. Write down problem number 9. A hexagonal plate of side 30 mm. A hexagonal plate of side 30 mm is resting on one of its sides, is resting on one of its sides on VP and inclined at 40 degree to HP, and inclined at 40 degrees to HP. Full stop. Its surface is inclined at 35 degree to VP. Its surface is inclined at 35 degrees to VP. Full stop. Draw its projections. Draw its projections. So after solving these two problems, unit 1 is over. Am I right? Projection of plane surface over, as well as unit 1 is over. See, the position 6. In the position 6, the plane surface is kept inclined to both HP and VP. The final front view and top view will be obtained only in the third step. So in the fourth case, we have to use 2 steps. In the fifth position, we have used 2 steps. In sixth position, we have to use 3 steps for getting the final front view and top view. I will explain in the next class. See, listen, 16th, forthcoming Tuesday, you are having test, physics test in the morning, 9:45 to 11:15. Next 11:15 to 12. 11:15 to 12. 45 minutes. We have to discuss about this problem, these two problems. I need 45 minutes to explain these two problems. Next afternoon, so come to drawing hall with the drawing. 12 to 1, you are having a lunch break. So the engineering practices lab class has been converted as EG class. So you must bring, when you come for drawing hall afternoon after having your lunch, come to drawing hall directly. You must bring all the drawing instruments. Please purchase a chart paper and A3 size drawing sheet. So cut the chart paper as per your drawing board size. In the drawing hall, I will explain how to fix the chart paper A3 size, then how to use mini drafter. In the drawing hall, you should not use the scale. So your mini drafter has 2 scales, isn't it? These 2 scales are perpendicular to each other to draw a vertical line, horizontal line, and a 30 degree incline line, 60 degree incline line. All these things you must use only mini drafter scale. In the drawing hall, you should not use scale. To mark the angle, you can use the mini drafter scale to mark the 30 degree, 120 degree. No need to use a protractor. Directly, you can use the mini drafter scale to mark and measure the angles. Am I clear? So first complete your